Hey, sports porchers, it's your hockey Jesus, and I'm back with Game 53, Pittsburgh Penguins at the Utah Hockey Club, also known as the No Names. Well, Sidney Crosby put on a nice show for us at the end of the game there last night. Wasn't that just, this has been a year of nostalgia, let's face it. It's been a wasted year as far as the playoffs go and, Stanley Cup runs and all those things. So we've been experiencing a nostalgic year. And last night's goal really was classic Sidney Crosby. This team really should be losing games at this point to get a lottery pick, but Sidney Crosby will have none of that. You can't tell Sidney Crosby he needs to lose games because that's just not going to happen. It's not in his DNA. This guy still wants to win every freaking game. And last night, he absolutely proved it by scoring the overtime winner with about a minute left in overtime to seal the win. I actually was up for this game. I didn't stay up for all the West Coast games, full disclosure, but I stayed up for most of them. I did stay up for the Kings game. I did stay up for some of the Anaheim game. And the Seattle game wasn't something to stay up for, but missed a lot of the Ducks game. But that game last night, it was worth staying up for every second, especially the way it ended. And Sidney Crosby, just congratulations to him on having another great year. He's got 55 points on the year. He is still trending for that points per game streak that, will break Wayne Gretzky's record of consecutive years of a point per game in the NHL, which is pretty amazing. And Sidney Crosby was named captain of the Four Nations team for Canada. And so that's been great. And you know what? But the Penguins on their road trip, they needed to go 6-1, 5-2. They end up going 3-4 on the trip, and it's really just been a failed trip. Although it ended on a high note, there are a couple things I want to show you from the game last night that I think will highlight the troubles the Pittsburgh Penguins are having. There's a particular goal I want to show you that Erik Karlsson scored, and I want you to see the compare and contrast between Erik Karlsson scoring a goal and Sidney Crosby scoring a goal. But first, we're going to pick the game up in the first period. The game's tied 0-0. 5 minutes left in the first period, and Utah is on a power play. That's the setup. Let me show you the video. Okay. And so, like I said, Pittsburgh's on a penalty kill. So you got Tanner Glass over here. Rusty's over here. You got Letang. It looks like Karlsson on the ice for the defenseman. And watch what happens. Right now, they've got good structure. You got a nice box here. You're not letting the pass in. The puck's down here somewhere near the corner. And let's play it out here for a second. Okay, let's stop it there. So Keller had it. He dropped it back down to, I think that might be Cooley down there, or it might be Schmaltz. I'm not sure. One of those two guys. Right now, you're in trouble. Letang went down to stop the pass from coming across here, to stop that pass. Pettersson's completely out of position. He's reaching with this stick, hoping that he can stop the pass from happening. So what's happening now is Rust has to come down with this guy. Actually, that's Schmaltz right there. So that probably is Cooley. So Rust has to come down with this guy. Watch Tanner Glass right here. Watch what he does. He doesn't do anything. He just stays there the whole time. I don't know who he thinks he's picking up. Rusty is way out of position. Remember, the box should be here. You should have a guy here, a guy here. Pettersson's out of position. Letang here, that's fine. And because Rust moved down, either Glass needed to rotate over to get to this guy so that Rusty can come back, and Pettersson's needs to get a better job of getting back into the box. But right now, they've got no structure at all, and you can see what happens. That's what happens when you have a structure that just completely breaks down like that. You're going to give up a goal, and especially on a power play, and especially when you got Clayton Keller out there and Logan Cooley. Those guys are not going to miss that shot. You can't expect Ned to make the save there. I guess you could. I mean, an excellent goalie can make that save and will make that save occasionally. But that's a 10 bell save. That's a puck you expect to go in almost every time, honestly. So the next thing I want to show you is that makes it 1-0. Utah scores another goal. Pittsburgh gets a goal, and it's 2-1. We're just into the third period, and I was going to show you, and I didn't do this because there were just too many. I was going to show you some just total boneheaded plays by Erik Karlsson, dropping the puck, just not even paying attention where he's passing it in the zone. I mean, it was a clinic on how not to play defense in the NHL, and Karlsson was doing a great job of it. But on this particular play, you'll see that Erik Karlsson does something just really actually pretty spectacular. Let me pull it up. Sorry, I'm watching it on my screen, and you guys are like, "What? What is going on? I can't see anything." Share my screen here. And here you go. This is what you guys need to see. Okay. So what's happening is Pittsburgh's got the puck down here. It looks like Tanner Glass is on the ice with Drew O'Connor trailing back here, and I don't know if that's Puljujarvi or somebody else. So Karlsson right there just completely misses the net. Just just took a big slapper, misses the net. Looks like it's going to come out. What happened there was Schmaltz over here grabbed the puck, and I have no idea why he sent it past across the ice. I think maybe he was trying to get it to this guy here. Karlsson recognizes that right now. So what's he going to do? He's going to watch Karlsson up here, spin around and go get the puck. Stop it here. So what happens here is you've got a guy going in for the rebound. Excellent. A guy stopping right here. So if he wants, he can drop it off. He probably should be in a little bit further before he stops. That's a little bit too far out to get a good slapper. So Karlsson, I think, does the right thing, and he just travels up the ice and shoots it on goal. I'm going to fast forward it a little bit so you can see some other angles. Watch this. Here it comes. Watch this shot. That's just filthy. That's just absolutely filthy. That's exactly what they were expecting to get from Erik Karlsson when they got him from San Jose, and he was the Norris Trophy winner back in 2023. A lot of people. Let me get out of this. A lot of people forget that Erik Karlsson was he was a Norris Trophy winner when we got him. That's what we expected to see more of, and great for him. That was a nice play, tied up the game. Oh, I wanted to continue to play that out. Let me get back because I want to show you the celebration that happens in after he scores. Let me get back there. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go back a little bit. Let me go back. Watch this celebration. Did that look weird to you? I mean, they're not high fiving, they're not hugging, they're not punching each other on the helmet like they normally do. It's just kind of like Carlson's not even excited about it. It's. I mean, look at the fans. The fans are more excited about that goal than Erik Karlsson is, and to me, that's the conundrum with a guy like Erik Karlsson. He is such a great talent, and he has such great potential for doing wonderful things like that. But there's no emotion with this guy. It's just like you don't want to be on the ice with a guy like that. And I think that's the one thing that Dubas hopefully figures out as he continues down his path of GM and president of hockey operations. He recognizes that we need more guys that have spirit, that have that Pittsburgh Penguins mentality. And speaking of that Pittsburgh Penguins mentality, let's see the Sidney Crosby goal, because I just love it. I could put this on a loop and watch this for 10 minutes straight. I just think this is so great. And you know, in a season where it's just been absolute terribleness, this was just a breath of fresh air. Think about it. You're up watching a game, 12:30 at night. I got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning for work, and something like this happens. You can't help but just really be excited about what you're about to see right now. Okay, so about a minute left. Right now, you'll see. Let me give a full screen here. This is Cody Glass. He's been on the ice for a while. Raquel was on the ice with him, and Karlsson's right here, just standing around. And I'm sorry. Somebody went for a change, and Sid's going to come on, and Glass is going to recognize it here once he realizes he can't make the move to the front of the net. So he's looking around. He probably looked over here and saw Raquel was going off, and he probably saw Sid was coming out, so he's just buying a little bit of time, going to head back to the center. So he leaves it for Sid there. This looks fine. If I'm Utah, I'm looking at this. I got this guy's got it. This defenseman here is in good position right in the front of the net. This guy can watch Cody Glass, but he's probably more interested in Sid. So if Sid tries to come up here, he'll get it. But Sid just will not be denied. He absolutely will not be denied on this play. Watch this move. I could watch that 1,000 times. That backhand that he has, he comes around so fast. And watch the celebration right here. This is the thing I want to play out. Yeah, fans are happy. Yippee, yippee ki But look at that. They're mobbing him. It is a complete celebration. 100% of joy is going on right now. And that is exactly what happens when you have a leader like Sidney Crosby and on the ice that just does phenomenal things. I get it. Like this game really didn't mean that much. And it didn't really, let me stop sharing my screen here. This game really didn't mean that much, but it's just so much. It's just so great to see Sidney Crosby. I know I'm being a little bit of a homer right now, but this is probably about the only thing that we have left to watch when it comes to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Let me just show you how bad it was on the road trip. I got my little magic screen where I was hoping that in the 7-game stretch we were going to go 5-2. We were going to get the 93 points, and that didn't happen. Let me get to that. Let me get to that screen. Window. Let's go here. Okay, so this was at the beginning of the 7-game start. Buffalo, we won at Buffalo, got this 46 points. Lost at Washington. Okay, so we're 1-1, not bad. Then we win at the Kings. When we won at the Kings, I'm like, okay, we can make a run at this. If we can make a run at this, look what's going to happen. We can get the 92 points. It's a big run. I know it's a big ask, but that's exactly where the Pittsburgh Penguins need to be. 92 points, over 90 points for sure. But after they won at the Kings, they lost. They lost. They lost. And look what happens. Instead of being at 86, now they're at 76. We did win at Utah. So what happens? We got 4 more games. We got 4 more games. And if we do win them all, we're just right where we started. We're still at 83 points. 83 points doesn't get you anywhere. It gets you a higher draft pick, and it's just not really something that the Pittsburgh Penguins want to do. They probably need to lose some, but when you have Sidney Crosby on your team, that's not always the likely path. So the Pittsburgh Penguins win last night. Sidney Crosby gets the overtime winner. The Pittsburgh Penguins are 21-32 on the season. They have 50 points. They're trending for 77 points on the year, which gets them not into a playoff. I'm going to be here the rest of the season regardless. We're probably going to get to see some other guys come up. Maybe the saving note here is the Pittsburgh Penguins baby Pens down in Wilkes-Barre absolutely mauled the Hershey Bears the other night. 9-0. And their guys, Koivunen, Ponomaravov, are just tearing it up down there. These are guys we got in the Gensel trade. So there is hope. Hope is coming, my friends. So you stick with me. I'm your Hockey Jesus. I'm going to get us through this, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's go, Pens.